Hey guys, this is Levi Apparel. Alright, the printer's printing, everything is good. That sound you hear is how it's supposed to sound like. Alright, when you don't do it correctly, it's gonna go across, make that noise once, then the paper's gonna feed probably twice, and then it's gonna go back across. So I'm gonna show you how to do a good print so you can have a nice quality print, good color. We won't be printing this job. I didn't show you this job because it's for a private customer, friend or family. But you're gonna see more. Stay tuned. This is Levi Apparel. Please like and subscribe. Alright guys, right now we are on Silhouette Studio. This is an artwork I had done on one of a previous video. The reason why I'm showing you this is to show you how to do prints. Now, when it comes to doing prints, hold on, let me show you the example real quick. Alright, this is a video I just posted on printing. This is gonna be the part. This one is the part 2. Part 3 is coming up. That's this video right here. Alright, so let's go to just a random. We're gonna try print randomly, and I'm gonna show you something that you need to know when it comes to the Deskjet. Alright, cool. So here we are on Google. I'm just gonna type clip art, free clip art, images, and alright, once it gets going, I'm gonna click on image. And the reason why I'm doing this right now is to show you how to actually print with the Deskjet. Alright, so let's say you decide you want to print all these right here just randomly, you know. So we're gonna hit Control P. Control P stands for control print. You could just hit print on the side if you want, or wherever you have print on your laptop or printer. But Control P is how you would tell the computer you want to do a printout of whatever the computer has on the screen. Alright. So we're gonna wait a minute while the printer gets going. Alright. So as it loads the preview so you can see what's going on, alright, I want you to see this area right here. It says print destination, meaning which printer is going to. It tells you how many pages going to print, 5 pages, yada yada, right? All this information is good and well, right? What we really want right here is it to say Deskjet T100. Alright, so it all looks good. If you go to the More tab, I'm looking for something called Printer Preference. Yeah, Printer Preference is not here. As a matter of fact, even when the images load up, it's gonna seem as if everything is gonna print fine, hunky-dory. It even has it set up for tabloid. Tabloid, again, if you click on it, it doesn't tell you. But letter is 8 by 11. Tabloid is 11 by 17. Legal is 8 by 11 again, but it's a more fuller size of the image on the 8 by 11. A3 is 13 by 19, and A4, I think it's like, it's huge. And bigger the more you go down. Now, here's the problem with this. You see this right here? This is a printout for 8 by 11. If you want this on a tabloid, let's say 11 by 17, that's what tabloid is, fine. But it's only probably going to print half of this or a section of this. I'm not going to print this because I already have a print job and I already wasted tons of paper trying to print correctly, which is why I made this video, to show you how to actually do things correctly. So with printer preference, default and all that, it looks fine, but it's not. You do not want to print from here. If you have an image, right, this you can easily, I think, yeah, you can do on your computer, there's something called print screen. It'll say capital T, R, lowercase t, lowercase r, lowercase t, uppercase s, and lowercase c, meaning print screen. So if you want the screen to print out of the screen, you can press that, right? Now it'll give you this right here to print. You can cancel it. Let me just do it for example. I'm gonna hit the print screen, right? Print screen button. Go down to it. So let me do this so you can see my hand. Alright, cool. So this is the print screen button, right? We're gonna press it, right? Okay. Now, watch this. I'm gonna go to what I wanted to focus on is to let you know, if you're going to print, you need to have either CorelDRAW, Adobe, or Vinyl Master. If you like to do vinyls, you can also do not do it on Cricut. Cricut can't do print and cut. Their print and cut is only, I think currently, this year, I don't know if they've changed it yet, but their print and cut is only 9 by 7. So if you want a larger print or even an 8 by 11, you're not gonna get it. So again, you want Vinyl Master. If you don't have Vinyl Master, you can go to Silhouette Studios. You can even Google Silhouette Studios and download it. It's free, 100% free, right? I've already opened it, so let's pretend I double clicked it to open it. Once you get to your Silhouette, right? Silhouette has an interesting feature that's not utilized a lot by us who do vinyls and print and cut, and that is, if you go to the very top one, right, that talks about page preferences, which is this right here, right? You can have it with grid, without grid. Sky's the limit what you want. Just so you know, whenever you do any printouts, the grid will not show. It will only have the images and whatever background you have or whatever color you have on the print, on the image itself. All right, just so you know. So let's go back to regular page preference. Now, this is something a lot of people don't know. Yes, Silhouette can do. Let's go down. The smallest. It can go even smaller, 6 by 7.5. It can even do it. It can even cut smaller than that. It can do regular letter size, 8 by 11.5 and 8 by 12. 12 is the biggest width that you'll get. but it can go longer. So it can print up to, actually it can print up to zero point 0.5 to 23.5. So 0.5 wide to 23.5 long. All right. So you have a lot of media space available to you. But this is something somebody taught me. I believe it was from Up. While watching Up, he made a little mistake in one of his printing. I don't know if it was a mistake or if he did it on purpose. What he did was this. He went to no, sorry. So he had regular Cameo. No, he had Cutter Mat. So if you go to Cutter Mat, you click on None, right? If you're printing vinyl on your silhouette and you're like, you know what, I really don't need a Cutter Mat and I want to print as long as possible, you can go up to 12.5 inches up to, I think, at least 48 inches long. Just so you know. Because of realizing that, I was trying to print something and it just wouldn't print. So I remember by watching that on Up. Check out his video, by the way. Up. I think it's his YouTube. But if you go to width, the width is across, right? You can set it for 11, right? Because remember, you're doing tabloid. And then when it comes to inches, height wise, how many inches high, you can put it for 17 or whatever length that you want. So let's say you're doing a banner and somebody says, let me get a banner that's just long, that just says grand opening, but I want it to be 11 inches wide by 26 inches long or 20 inches long. Guess what? Remember, let's use a bigger number. Let's say the person says, I want it to be 30 inches long. You can also use Silhouette to do that, right? So when you go to your Silhouette, you can put it for 30 inches long. All right? And watch this. Click anywhere on the page and automatically that's what you get. A printout that's 11 inches wide by 30 inches long. That's a little caveat for you. When I say caveat, it's a bonus, in other words. So I didn't know that until I was having issues printing, and I remember he made that mistake. And I said, wait a minute, on Silhouette, I can print as long as I want, but my width can only be up to 12 inches. 11.5 inches. So I went up to this and I was able to do it. So I'm gonna use this logo as an example, because let's say you like a customer says, I want multiple prints of, let's say, the logo I have here, right? Let's do duplicate. We've duplicated it. Oh dang, messed up. Bear with me, guys. Oh, sorry, went too far. Alright, so you got the image right here. Double click to unjoin it. All right, cool. I'm just gonna copy paste a lot easier. Oh, also something to keep in mind. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little faint line right here. It's a, you know what? Let me zoom in. Okay, cool. That's better. So right about here, there's a faint line. That faint red line that goes across to the other side, right, creates a box or a rectangle box around the image. And all that red line is saying is this is how wide you can print. If you go beyond that line, it will not print. So keep that in mind if you're using Silhouette and collaboration with your HP T100. All right, if you want to do large format printing. All right, so let's say the customer wanted multiple prints, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just lay it out on a large 11 by 30, you know, sheet. So you're using the sheet tray, the multi-tray in the back of the HP Deskjet T100. All right. So after you're done with the artwork and you check that everything is fine, next step is go to print. All right. Out of everything I showed you will mean nothing up until now. All right. If you really want to use your printer, you will not be able to use it unless you click on printer preference. Sure, it will print, but you need to click on printer preference. I will keep on saying this throughout the whole video. Printer preference is really important. It is imperative that you press printer preference because this is what will come up, right? Now, you see the difference between this and let's use Control P again. All right. So this printer preference is what you should be seeing whenever you're trying to print. If you do not see this, do not print because your prints will be all over the place. You'll get bits and pieces here and there, half over here, half over there, 1/3 of the page, 1/2 of the page, almost a quarter finish of the page, missing letters on the page. It will not print perfectly unless you have this screen available to you. All right, this is literally the brains of the machine. All right, let's go back to this. All right, so when, like I said in the beginning, if you're trying to print using this, bad idea. Also, I forgot to paste the image. So my bad. I had one available, so I just used it. So we're gonna cancel this right here because this is not the right way to go. You can only use this for your regular printers. Like I have the Canon IX 6800. Perfect. It'll print whatever is on this preview is what you'll see when it prints out. And if you want it to be larger print, it'll print it larger. You just have to click fit to page. It'll fit it exactly to the page if it looks too large, right? But when it comes to your HP Deskjet, you want to have the right printer preference page. even if you're on Corel Draw and you press print, click on printer preference. If this does not show up, it will not print correctly. I stress this for a reason, because when I was trying to print, I just kept getting pages all over the place. All right. So let's go through this printer preference so you can know exactly what to do. First of all, let's move it up a little bit higher. All right, so you can see exactly what's going on. All right. Okay. When you're on printer preference, you can make this look a little bit better. There we go. It's a little clearer. All right. When you're on printer preference, you wanna, if you're doing 8x11, you wanna make sure you click on that. It has all the different sizes, but right now, for 8x11, you wanna do letter. It doesn't appear to have legal, but if you click more, you might see it. For today, we're doing a regular 11x17. Actually, it's 11x30, but because most printers, printer papers are usually preset, let's do a, let's pretend this is, the printout we did was 11x17 instead of the 11x30. All right. So you click on this. It tells you it's tabloid, right? You click on tabloid to print tabloid. Next, this printer quality is super, super important. The reason why is because it'll preset it here. All right, cool. We're back. So when you're on printer setting, again, you want to click on tabloid so you can print your 11x17. For the sake of the printer and the fact that its settings is usually preset, we're gonna say what we're printing is 11x17. All right. So tabloid is 11x17. Like I said, if you click right here on the side, little arrow, it'll scroll down to tabloid 11x17. Letter 8x11.5. A4, A3. A3, I believe, is 13x19. A4 is higher. But yeah, for this, we're going to preset it for tabloid 11x17. Now, you do not want your printout to be on low print quality. You want it to be on high print quality speed. All right? So it can print out quick and in high quality. If not, again, you're going to have bending on your prints. Now, paper source, it is imperative that you do not let it be on use printer settings. You want to choose your own printer source, because if you let the computer think to print it on what it wants to, it's going to try to choose the roll. If the roll is not, there's no roll paper to feed from, it's going to go to single sheet. From single sheet, it's going to be like, there's no single sheet. And it's going to prompt you to okay whatever it wants to do on the printer itself, on the printer screen, on the printer. The minute you click OK, it's going to print whatever it wants, however size it wants, and however size image it wants. You want to make sure you tell the printer what to do. Physically tell it what to do. Physically tell it what kind of paper you're printing. 11x17 tabloid. Physically tell it, hey, I want you to print this quick and with high quality. Physically tell it you want it to print it from the multi-tray, which is from the back. The multi-tray can take 13x19, 11x17, and 8x11. All right. So you have a lot of preferences. I think it can even do low cards too. So don't quote me on that. Check it out yourself if you have one. If not, when you get one, you'll find out. Now, paper type. Paper type, it depends. If you have a high quality paper, you want to utilize these to help you out. If it's coated, you want to let the printer know. There's even more options that you can choose from. There's, like I said, this printer can do a whole lot. It can print matte film, transparent clear film. There's just so much you can do with this. It's ridiculous. So don't limit yourself. All right. Plain paper for graphics. It can do a whole lot. Even adhesive paper, meaning when it says adhesive paper, it can do stickers. All right. So there's so much you can do with this printer. It's ridiculous. All right. Okay. So once you have your printer settings, so again, these three are really important. Paper options is super important. Document size is important. Print quality is important. Paper source is important. Paper type, it's on your preference whether you think it's important or not. But for me, currently, I'm just dealing with regular cardstock paper, so I don't hold it to be of importance. And then when you're done, you want to hit OK to print. I'm gonna hit before you do anything, before you click OK, you want to hit print preview. I'm going to state this again. Out of all you learn from this, print preview has the most importance in it because it shows you how your print is going to look like, and you can manipulate it so it can be at the right place that you want it to be. All right? So you don't waste your paper. After you're done, you click OK. Once you click OK, I'm going to cancel because I already have something preset. Printing right now. Once you click OK, you say the amount of print that you want to do. Always do one sheet first. That way you see how the print is going to look like. Right? Once you see how the print looks like, if it's okay, you go back. You want to hit apply before you print because this will save all the features that you had set up in printer preference. You click apply, and then you go back and you put more prints if you want more prints to print, depending on how that print, that first print came out. If you want to do another print before you do it, just in case something went wrong, to test see if the computer remembers, you hit one print, and then you test that out. If everything's okay, then you can put as many number as you want it to print and just watch it print. Also, whenever you go back to print, you always want to click on preference. Always click on preference, no matter how many prints you're printing. Click on preference because you always want to make sure the preference is saved to the right settings. Always. If not, you're gonna waste your paper. All right. This is Levi Apparel. Click out of here. Close this. All right. My printer needs